Kia ora, my name is Karin and I am a visitor host at Christchurch Art Gallery Te Puna or Waiwhetū. I have chosen to talk about the works of Clare Logan for this online art bite. Logan is one of 8 artists selected by curator Holly Best for Uncomfortable Silence, an exhibition which opened at the gallery on the 7th of March. Best describes the works selected for the Uncomfortable Silence exhibition as inhabiting the space where the familiar and recognisable slip into the unknown and problematic, leading to awkward experiences for the viewers, but also allowing space for a creative response. The paintings of Clare Logan exemplify this slippage between the known and the unknown. At first glance, the paintings appear Petrus van der Velden-like. We see otherworldly landscapes of mountains, valleys, glaciers and rivers. The contrasts of dark and light in the paintings are mysterious, even vaguely threatening. The works tend towards the sublime in their refusal to fully clarify their subject matter. In an interview with City Art Depot in 2019, Logan stated, "I am interested in this metaphysical side of how we experience the world, how our physical experience of the world is coloured by our psychological or imaginary worlds that we project onto things." She goes on to describe her works as a sense of swamping tides, a disquiet, a blurry cataclysm, and things that hover on the edge of our perception, possibly portents of dark things. It will be no surprise to learn that Logan is a keen tramper. Being in the high country informs her practice, and it is in this environment she cultivates her instinct for the psychological pull of the mountains felt by so many New Zealanders. And it is in the mountains where Logan also refines her innate understanding of the mutability of our landscape, leading to a reading of her paintings as an enactment of how our land has been formed. Logan paints these outside scenes inside, flat on the floor, using a kneeling pillow and an ankle rug. It may be unconscious, but I see this as a position of genuflection, as bearing witness to the power of our landscape. Each painting in this exhibition appears to be in a state of flux, the haunting grandeur of landscapes seemingly promising the possibility that by our next viewing they may have continued to shift and flow and change. Titles such as "At the Place of Merging Paths" or "There Opened a Brightening Gap" add to the sense these works are subject to natural forces and have yet to finish moving. Through her practice, Logan appears to be reimagining the millennials-old process of shaping the mountains and valleys of Te Waipunamu, our South Island. She is examining the fundamental nature of reality, but although Logan appears to be heroing the landscape, there is another dimension to her work which should not be overlooked, and that is her application of paint to surface. Logan creates depth in her work by pouring, layering, and brushing oil paint onto board. Through this blending of process and materials, she captures the unseen forces that have manipulated the primal dimensions of our environment. Logan further adds to the organic character of her painting through strategic applications of clear glaze, adding volume and a glistening wetness to the scenes. Her chosen colour palette adds to the captivation of the works. Her dark and Stygian mountains and valleys are brought to life through swirling whites, as well as restrained additions of blood orange, ochre, fluorescent greens, and other earthy tones. Logan's works are mesmerising with her interplay between memory and perception. I look at her paintings and I have a visceral response. I think I can recognise where she is, where she has been. She creates that moment within the space that anyone familiar with our high country environment can recognise. We feel that same moment in time that Logan appears to be responding to in her work. Bridging psychological and physical worlds, part mythical and part felt, Logan has lived a life of accelerating concern regarding humanity's impact on the environment and her practice reflects a sombre presage of foreboding of being subsumed. Perhaps we should be taking note.